But the first live stream crashed, that's why I came with a new one. So what's up everybody, happy new year. Let's congratulate ourselves, not ourselves, we should thank Allah, we should thank the Lord for making us made it to the new year 2021. Specifically in this vlog, I wanna be answering questions about Romanian government scholarship. There are a lot of comments. I did almost 2 weeks ago this video, so people have been encountering many problems, and I don't have the time to reply to every single person. Whether they send a message, text, Instagram, somewhere, guys, it's way harder, to explain in someone by typing, but it's way easier to explain to someone. Hello bro Agustin, welcome so much. I'll be answering your question over here, so stay, no problem. I saw your comment here. I'm just finishing with the intro, so stick until the end. I'll just answer your question. So it's way harder to answer a question for someone direct from a text or from typing, replying to a comment, because it needs extra verification or extra speak out. That's why it's very hard. That's why I decided just to make a live stream, so that it will be easier to talk to you guys. Though people, you have my number, some of you use Instagram, some of you on email, some of you in the comment section. So that will be a bit harder for me to reply to anybody, and time is very limited, guys. So let's get started. So bro, I think if your question isn't related to Romanian government scholarship, you can just type it here, Agostino. But if it's related to Romanian government scholarship, I'll be checking on the emails. So no, I'll be checking on the questions on the or even you can ask your question. If you wanna just me answer it direct from here, I can just answer it from here. Yeah, feel free to ask anything about scholarship. It might not be this scholarship, which any scholarship, which maybe I've already talked about. Probably I might have some details to share with you if I know any. So let's start with this Romanian government scholarship. This scholarship is full funded, and there are a lot of questions came out after I did this video, so I wanna be answering. Bro, or anybody, guys, if you have any question, you can just write on the comment. I can reply it direct on the live session. So there's this comment from Okoro Benita, just asking, do I need to apply for master's admission into a Romanian university before applying for the scholarship? No, you don't need, because when you apply for master's admission and then you apply for scholarship, you are applying twice, like, which are different options. So you just need to apply to the scholarship. When you apply to the scholarship, once they select you for the scholarship, they will apply for you into the university. Please, I have another question. Please, can I apply a course, let us say microbiology, biotechnology? Because let me check on the, can I apply for the course, let's say biotech, because I can't find it mentioned on the Romanian scholarship site. No, I don't think so, because only courses that are listed is whereby easier you can apply. You cannot apply just any course of your interest. And this, how does it happen? You might find the courses like which you are talking about here, like this microbiology or biotechnology, they don't offer directly as a direct course, or is not included on the scholarship. Or you might find there's no universities that are offering a specific department like that. This has happened too also when you come to Turkish government scholarship. When you check, some courses are not offered direct from the scholarship. So if the course is not listed from particular universities, those when you get admission, you wanna get to start to those universities. If you don't find any of the courses related, just know maybe in the country they don't provide a degree study or a study in that particular field. You might find that field is within another field. For example, someone wanna do, let's say you wanna do this like dentist, let's say microbiology. You come to Turkey, you wanna do maybe just a bachelor in microbiology specifically. In other countries they offer that, but in Turkey you won't find that. So you'll need to study medicine. When you do medicine, you study microbiology inside it, or you need to choose another department, dental, which are teeth related, or you start nursing, maybe within that department you'll find microbiology inside. But when you want to get just straight by starting getting enrolled into a specific course of at that level, might find that undergraduate level is not found, maybe only on master's studies. That can be a bit confusing. So you need to consider that maybe the country, as the country in general, they don't offer that degree at the level you're looking for. Probably they offer from masters or PhD. You might find that course is offered, but for this lower degree course, you might find is offered within another department. So you need to be precise on what you are looking for. If you have multiple options, like you wanted to apply for one course and you think there is also another course which you can apply for the other, because sometimes you just need that chance to give you the exposure to move to a certain country. Because even if you are in this country, other scholars, when it comes out, you can still apply and leave here and move to somewhere else if you need it. So the best thing which you can do, just apply, look for any optional course which is available and apply for it. Don't just stick to I wanna do microbiology, like you say, dear microbiology or this biotechnology, I wanna just apply for biotechnology, I wanna just apply for microbiology. Don't be that, because you're looking for the sponsorship. So sponsorship specific course is real hard sometimes. So you just need, if you get the one which has a similar or related courses close by, please apply. Because sometimes you might be thinking your dream was to study microbiology and be somewhere else, or being initiative to other stuff like creating these genetically modified crops and other stuff, maybe later on, or be specializing to a certain field. But sometimes those are our young or our low mindset at that time, where our IQ or thinking capacity ends up. But when you get the exposure by moving somewhere, you might find your dream was quite different from that. Maybe your passion was pursuing any other stuff unrelated to what you were studying. So I don't think, my opinion, just look, if you want to apply for this scholarship, look for optional courses which are available, and within those courses, look for which course are you interested to apply. And also check your results. Which courses will it be more easy for you to compete into those courses? You might find your grades cannot get you enrolled even in your country to study a particular department, but when it comes to scholarship, people used to force sometimes. They want to start those departments that they didn't even qualify to study in their country. So try to do that. Check that. If for the optional courses which are available, which course be related to what you wanted to study. Or if you just wake up and find there is no, to the university which you want to start, there is no, or you wake up in the world tomorrow, maybe you find there's no biotechnology and no microbiology offered anymore at any university, what course will you study? What department will you choose? So if you find that any, then look at it, look at the available options, which one will you apply for, and apply for that. If you can apply 2 to 3, then they'll choose. If it's your chance to get accepted and to get, this is your opportunity, you'll get it. When you move to here is where your mind will be open, seeing the exposure, experiencing new culture. You see other opportunities coming up. Maybe you can find exchange programs. You can find other options which can allow you maybe to move to another country where you can study well at that course which you wanted to study to. So my opinion, when there is an opportunity, grab it, no matter what category. So let's go to this question here. Was asking, do I need to this question came from Okoro Benita. Was asking, do I need to apply for masters admission into a Romanian university before applying for the scholarship? The answer is no, you don't need. You just need to apply for the scholarship. After you apply for the scholarship, then they will apply for you to a university. So there's no separate application you need to do over here. Just application is one. You apply to them, and them directly will apply to you where? To the universities. Another question from, this was Christianity on Trial. Thank you so much for the video. God bless you. God bless you too. 3 times. Agustino, you asked, I heard the first thing is to get insurance letter from the embassy in my country. Does it mean I have to first go to the embassy in person? No, you don't need to go there. What you need to do, you just need to check if you want to apply to the university. So what you can do, just if you are sure you want to apply, then go on Google and look for the contact for the embassy of Romania in your country, the emails or the mobile contact. After that, you just need to communicate to them by sending them your application form and the required documents. So you need to submit them to the embassy in your country. When you submit them to the embassy in your country, then the embassy, after evaluating, is whereby they'll have pre-selected list. That pre-selected list is the one which will be sent for a final evaluation. So the application, for you to get successful, it needs to pass through the embassy. The embassy of Romania in your country. And in case you don't have the embassy of Romania in your country, sometimes it is easier to use the neighbor country's embassy or consulate if it's available. So check, maybe if you're living in this country and the neighbor, you don't have the embassy right now, but neighboring country it has the embassy. So you can use the address from here to apply to this side for you to get accepted. Stefano Eurana Kerewa. Hello, please, do you have a video on a recognition of foreign higher education process? If not, can you please list the required document and the processes? Thank you. So I don't have a video, but by tomorrow I'll try to make the video. I'll make the video, inshallah. So the video on the foreign higher education. So if not, please list the document. This recognition actually of higher education, what I was talking about, is just you to go to the institution which you studied and tell them if you did the language in English, if your education system was in English, all lectures and exams were in English, so go there, tell them like I did in English. They should write for you a declaration, a little note with a stamp on it that everything was in. So you can use that to apply as an approval, especially for the countries which the native language is not English, but the education language might be English. That's how. And I have another question here from Nur FT Martarina. Hello, it is a great video. I want to ask about the study program preference. In the last column, it is said I already have a Romanian certificate. So, is it means if I don't have one, I should say no, right? Even my chosen program will be in Romanian language. Thanks in advance. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's okay. Yeah, that is true. That if you don't have the certificate, say no, because if you have the certificate, when you are applying this and you want to get enrolled into a Romanian universities, you wanna get enrolled into Romanian language, the course which are taught in Romanian language. So when you apply, just apply. But when you are applying, if you already know the language, the Romanian language, until the level of B, when you apply, they don't need you to go through a language, 1 year language. You'll get enrolled directly into the course. So you don't waste almost 60 months for studying the language. But if you don't have, so just keep there no, even if you're going to do that course in that language. So which means we'll take you directly into a study session, whereby you'll start by learning the language for a couple of months, then you'll get enrolled into your level of the studies, even if it will be bachelor or master's or PhD or doctorate as well we call it, but that level will be in Romanian. So you'll do the Romanian language, then after that you'll go for your cause. So you need to learn the language, put no over there. And this question comes from Ahmed Hussein, which means Hussein. The same. Bro, I am from Somalia. Last year I want to apply, but in my country there's no embassy of Romania at all. So the embassy of Romania in Sudan is a representative in Somalia. Okay, so I put my document there, but they said me, we are not accept any scholarship. So my question is, will I send my document the embassy of Sudan in Romania, or the embassy of Sudan in Romania, or the embassy of Romania in Sudan, which last year I put it, which refused me my document. So which one I send my document? So you need to send your document. You see, like, this is what I was talking about. If you, in your country, you don't have the embassy of Romania in your country, or the embassy of a particular country which you are applying the scholarship to is not available in your country, you can use the neighboring country. But when you send to the neighboring country, you need to send it to the embassy of Romania in that country. Not sending like here, like him is from Somalia and he wanted to apply using Sudan, right? Sudan embassy, yeah, using Sudan, neighboring country. So what he has to do, he has to apply to the embassy of Romania in Sudan. Yeah, that would be easier, and not send the embassy, and not sending to the embassy of Sudan in his country, in Romania. It will be wrong. So you need to apply to the embassy of a particular country in that country you are applying. So if you are in Tanzania, you need to apply to send your document to the embassy of Romania in Tanzania, and not the embassy of Tanzania in Romania. You should send to the embassy of the particular scholarship country is Romania in your country, or in the neighboring country. So I think I answered the question, but it's a little confusing, guys, especially when you are starting dealing with these things. Another question came from Amanj Mohammed asking, thanks for sharing this video. Can I ask you, please, submitting electronic means send the documents and application by email, specific application website? Thanks in advance. So submitting the application by electronics means you submit the application by emails, and not sending there the hard copy, or sending your hard copy or your copies of document by poster, or by these poster sending, cargo, or other way of shipping. No, you just need to scan them, your document, and make them in the PDF format, the application file, the application form, and other data, then submit by sending. And that is the electronic way. So there's no website, because this application for the Romanian government, you are applying to the embassy, so you need to send through the email of Romanian embassy in your country, or Romanian embassy in the neighboring country. Hello, question came from Hello, then again, yeah, via email. Okay, he asked one question. In our country, there's a consulate of Romanian government, not embassy. Will that work? Yes. When we talk about the embassy, we mean also even the consulate, or is also a representative of the country. So some countries, they don't have the embassy. You won't find embassy, maybe like this countries from, yeah, I didn't say the country, so I won't say any country, so that I won't make any misconception. So if your country, you don't have the embassy, send to the consulate here, consulate of Romanian in your country. So you need to search. If there's no consulate of Romania in your country, or consulate or embassy of Romania in your country, then send it to the consulate of Romania in the neighboring country, or consulate or embassy of Romania in the neighboring country. This question, I didn't understand it. Hello, can one type into the document? Thanks. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can type. Is Osundare Babatunde. Okay, question coming from This question means on the application form that there is a place where you need to fill your details. So I was asking, can someone type into the document? Yeah, you can type, especially when you are using the PDF editing softwares. Like if you're using Adobe, for the people who are using mobile phone, because not everybody watching the video or applying, they're using laptops, not like that. Some people who are using Androids or Apple iOS phones, let's say mobile phones or tablets, you can just use the Adobe Premiere Pro, no, the Adobe Acrobat or Microsoft Word, which also open document, or PDF editor, any app which can edit the document. You can just be typing, and the parts which are more like sensitive, like for signature and other stuff, the signature, make sure you print, then you sign. Or if you're using editing software such as this, maybe for tablet, people who are using Imovie or people who are using other editing, no, Notability or other, you can just edit over there. So Ahmed Hussein, am I send electronic email or post mail to the Ahmed, you need to send electronic email. Through electronic email is enough. Yeah, I was reading your question here. I just answered your question. I think if you got it was okay. So send your application, your email of those document application form plus the required document, combine them, make as a PDF, then send it through your email, send to the email of the embassy, or you say there now you don't have the embassy, you have the consulate. So consulate of Romania in your country, send to that. If you had the embassy, you could send to the embassy of Romania in your country. Okay. So another question came from Habib. If you have any question, you can ask also. It will be happy to reply. Another question came from Habib Abdurrahman. Hello. Why you said it is a full sponsorship? Personally speaking, it is not full scholarship because the monthly stipend is very low. I agree. I don't know, maybe the living condition in Romania is cheap, but could this 75 euro is enough for meal per month? So this question came from Habib Abdurrahman asking, it seems like it's full scholarship. It seems like the stipend is very low. Yeah, the stipend is very low, truly speaking, and it varies. Just as I said, for undergraduate they give you 65 euros, for master they give you 75 euros, and for PhD they give you 85 euros. So we can see is almost 10 euros from each level, and doesn't make any difference. Like, okay, it's not attractive, the monthly stipend. But another side of this question, sorry guys, but another side of this question is the living condition cheap? Yeah, the living condition is cheap. And another question, but could this 75 euro be enough for the meal per month? No, it's not enough. No, it is enough, and it is enough in one way to some people, and it is not enough to another way for some people. It is enough if your life Yeah, Ahmed Hussein, you need to put your documents, send your documents to the embassy of, I replied you. I said send your document to the embassy of nearby country, which you have said here now. Let me see your document, bro. I am from Somalia. Last year I want to apply, but in my country there is no embassy of Romania. Also the embassy. Yeah, it is okay to put, because you don't have the embassy of Romania in your country, Somalia, so it is okay to put your document at the embassy of Sudan. Yeah, because you said he is a representative. And you are saying here, embassy of Sudan, Romania, or embassy of Romania in Sudan, which last year I put to refuse my document. So which one do I send? Your document you need to send to the embassy of Romania. Embassy of Romania in Sudan, not embassy of Sudan in Romania. Did you understand, bro? Send your documents or your email to embassy of Romania in Sudan. Yeah, okay, thank you. Embassy of Romania in Sudan. Yeah. So we were finishing talking about, is this 75 euro which they give away, especially this is for masters, is it enough for you to survive? So the life over here in Romania is cheap. I live in Romania now. So the life over here is cheap. And the students, they have discounts. So they have discount on public transport, whereby you just need to pay 50% reduction. And also you have free train transport from every city. Like you can move around Romania from one city to another, to another, using the fastest train, free of charge, zero. They charge you zero. Let me show you here the ticket. For example, this year I just booked in. I don't know if you can see here. Let me try to show you. For example, I just booked a ticket, and you see here the price which they just took here, zero. You see 000, right? You see this is 0000. So the transport here is free of charge. To move from one city to another is free of charge for students. And you get a second class, which is normal, and most even normal people, majority of you also are using second class, because first class is quite expensive. But if you wanna use the transport in first class, you pay a little bit of that. Also, another thing, when they give you the accommodation, like living in a dormitory, so that money will just be enough for you to survive by buying food, cooking for yourself, because you have the option to live in a hostel where you can have cookers and other stuff, so you will be preparing your meals. But eating outside every single day with that money is not enough. And it went so far, I think, on conversation with this guy on WhatsApp and other stuff. So I tried to elaborate more. When you take 75, let's say 75 euro, let's convert it into the currency over here. So 75 we need to multiply by 5. Let's say just a little bit like 70. So 70 times 5, which is almost 350 lei. So 350 lei, when you spend by buying meals, let's take a sample for the day. You wanna have a breakfast. If you wanna just have a simple breakfast by grabbing some snacks, not snacks, bites, maybe bites for 1 lei, 1.2, you grab maybe, let's say, 2 bites, or maybe 3 lei or 3 to 4 lei. You grab a cup of coffee, for 1.5 to 2, let's say 2. So you get a breakfast almost for 6 lei. You can make 6 lei, depending. If you want to just have 1 bite, you can get for 2 or 1.2 something, and you get a cup of coffee and other stuff, let's say like 2. Let's say you have 4 or 5 during breakfast. Yes, Ahmed. I'm student here in Romania. I'm student here. I study here. Oh, I don't use Facebook. Sorry, I use Facebook, but I didn't link my Facebook on this channel, so I don't open it frequently. I'm sorry. If you use Instagram, you send on Instagram, or you type here on the email. No. Or you type on the comment is easier. Facebook I don't use most of the time. It can pass 2 weeks, 1 month without opening it. Yeah, I'm studying in Romania. So let's say you have your breakfast. If you have any question, you can just ask here, Ahmed Noor. If you have any question, just ask. Feel free. Hello guys, welcome so much. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Leave a like, guys. Like the video. Give a like, guys. It's free of charge. So if you have any question, just write it on the live chat here and I'll reply direct. So if you manage to have the breakfast like for five lei or 5 Romanian currency, then you go for a lunch. If you go for a lunch, for a proper lunch, like saying you sit down and you order something to eat, you must spend from 10, 13 to 12. So let's say you spend an average of 12, because 10 is rare. Like if you sit, even if you order a meal, then to have a drink, it is already 12. You can't get by 10, according to my experience. But maybe other places you can get way cheaper. But wait a second, I need to clarify something. If you eat pork and if you eat pork, but the life becomes cheaper, becomes more and more cheaper. Why? Because when buying some pizza or buying some meals is way cheaper, like those meals which they have pig, right, pork inside, so it's way cheaper compared to those meals which they have chicken. So if you wanna buy a pizza, maybe you can get a pizza for 5 lei, which is almost $1.25, or almost €1. You can buy one pizza. But if you wanna get the same pizza for vegetarian or for people who wanna get for chicken, you need to buy almost twice the price, 2.2 something dollars. But if you are free, you eat pork and other stuff, so the life becomes cheaper. And I forgot the thing to talk to people when they ask me, I just talk on one side. But I'm glad if people are watching now, they'll be able to get that concept. Guys, welcome so much. Like the video. Any question, drop on the comment. So life is more cheaper in that way, because if you eat anything, projects description. Yeah, project description only for masters and PhD. Undergraduate, you don't have any project, and undergraduate are still looked or checked, like non-focused, are still. This means that only people who are applying for masters and PhD. This means that people who are applying for masters and PhD should have the project proposal, project proposal, or describe the project they have worked on, or they wish to work for, because people who are applying for undergraduate are still, we don't know our path, or they don't know their career and other stuff. That's why it's just general, you apply. But for people who are applying for masters, probably you have any project you did during your undergraduate, and you are keep there and describe that project, or you have a project already, you are looking for to do it when you'll be studying, so you need to describe of it there. So people who are applying for masters and people who are applying for PhD or doctorate, you need to have that project, and you already have it. I think you did some projects, right, during your undergraduate, your bachelor's degree, so you can use those projects to describe what kind of project did you do, or what kind of project also are you planning to do, when you get enrolled. So that's what is required just for masters and PhD applicants. I think I answered it clear, or did you anywhere somewhere just run and you didn't understand? So the life, as I was saying, the life is way cheaper. Oh, let me just continue. So, and the project, let me tell you, like the project is very important because sometimes it depends to the country where they're looking forward. Maybe in this year, maybe their target. Okay, thank you so much, bro Ahmed. So the project is very important. This depends to exactly when the country's target will be. Probably maybe let's say next year maybe they wanna focus much on developing agriculture. So if your projects will be based on agriculture, they'll have more interest to them. Or after the coming year, maybe they want to focus more maybe on health sector, and you find their project are related to healthcare, related to or the coming year maybe they want to focus much on community development, and you find your projects are really focusing on development for the community. So you'll find it brings much interest to them. Let me put the charger here. So you find your project will have much interest to them for them to select you because it is related to what they are looking for ahead. So you need to be that. But any project just make sure it is standing out. When you are applying, try to do your best. Do your best during the application. Try to make it stand out. Just apply as if this is your only last chance you need to apply for. So some let me just write whatever it comes to the mind. No, but try to make sure that what you are writing will stand out like from others, to be at that, like at an invisible level, even if people they have, maybe they want to select one candidate out of, when they read on the project proposal and the personal statement as well, maybe, or the personal statement or study plan we call it sometimes, should be standing out to say, this student seems to be bright, maybe this will help us way more in our project and other stuff. So they should select you according to that occasion. Try to make it standing out. Don't just say, let me make it whatever it is and other stuffs. No. You never know what will make you apply. Okay. Sorry. You ask another question here. Okay. You are saying I asked you two questions, bro. First one, the application form, there is selection of your preferred program and university, but I haven't any university in that country. Second, what is main selection criteria? Okay, so you question, first one, application form, there is selection of your preferred program and university. Okay, let me start with your first question. But I haven't any university. So when you are applying to a particular country, right? When you are applying to, they want you, like maybe now you in your target, you are applying to Romania, but downside in your heart, I wanna be studying Romania at a certain university, or you went on Google, you have some friends in Romania and you. That's why they need that part to be filled up with your details, because it will help you. It will help them. It will help them for you to categorize you somewhere else. So if you don't have any, it is not a problem. What you need to do, go on Google and search for Romanian university or top Romanian university, and it pops out. And even I did a video of top 10 universities you can watch on my channel. I think a couple like months ago I did that video. Or you can, but that was only about top 10 universities. For you, what you need to do, just go on Google and type universities in Romania, then it will pops out. You need to choose maybe best university. Then in every best university, you look for the university which have your course, offering your courses. So at that university, I think when you write top 10 universities, they'll pop out maybe all list university ranking in Romania. So at least in those 15 universities, you can choose university which you want to apply to, like 2 to 3 or 4. Check on the courses and other stuff. Don't worry about the tuition fee, ranking and other stuff. Check just on the courses offering, and the ranking is very important because maybe you want to get studying at most ranking university, top first, second, or top 3 or top 5 or top 10. So after seeing which particular university you want to apply to, then is whereby when you come to this course, you just write there like you propose, I want to study at this university. Number 1, I want to study second at this university, third at this university. Every university which you want to study, you keep the course. In case the same university you want to study all those 3 departments when you get selected, so you need to put the department, you put the same university, department, put the same university, department, put on the same university, because for them, just when they select you, are the one who are going to secure your admission at that university, and you are not competing as just individual private applicant applying at a university. You are under the government hand. So under the government are the one owning the university, are the one controlling everything, admission and other stuff. So what you need to do, just search for the universities which you want to apply to. After you search the university, search the course which they are offering from top ranking. I suggest you apply to most beautiful and most ranking universities. Also check on the series which you want to study. Depending on the job location, there are some series to get job is real hard for foreigner, because you reach there at the first time, you won't know the Romanian language, so you need to start getting job work. When as a student here in Romania, you get 4 hours work permit, 4 hours per day. Guys new here, please like the video. So those 4 hours which you are given, in those 4 hours you should be at a location where you can find part-time jobs. So you should consider that also, which city are they more reliable to get jobs, like Bucharest, which is the capital city. There's a lot of jobs over there for people who know, including you guys who are watching me. There is also counties like, let's say regions or cities like Bucharest. Also other cities. Choose to those big cities. Don't go to study at a university which is located at a remote area where it will be just you focus on studies, where you have the opportunity to work and you won't find the job to work over there. So choose of that. Let me come to the second question you asked. I think I made it clear, that part, your first question, and I talk a lot, sorry. Second question, okay. What is the main selection? The main selection criteria, they'll just check first on the eligibility from the eligible country. Are you from the eligible country, developing country? Yes, if they find you are from Ethiopia, somewhere, Tanzania, developing countries, so you are eligible. Then they'll check on the age eligibility. Are you eligible for masters? I stated the age criteria. I don't know, should be under a certain age. For PhD or doctorate, for undergraduate, be a certain age. Doctorate, you'll be a certain age. If you qualify for those ones, then it comes to the GPA. The GPA or your performance. But this GPA or performance, it shouldn't stress you. Why? Because you might find in your country, like when the scholarship is launched, so at every scholarship they have option, or they have how do we call? They have number of candidate which they will pick from those countries. So when you are applying, you might find you are the only candidate applying from your country. So don't worry about the GPA. Just worry about the eligibility of the age and eligibility from the eligible country and the GPA, and put all your details in a correct fill. Make sure you fill the application form, fill it completely. So, and don't put, if you put the wrong information, make sure you remember it. If you lie, make sure you remember your lies, because you might forget when you are asked, because you just lied at that moment. When you lied, remember where did you lie, so that even the time when you are asked for them to reveal the truth, you should stand on the side for your lies, to defend your lies. So that's all I can say. I don't know, did I answer it clear, or is there any something doubt on what I said? But on the cities to study or universities, I suggest choose on those top 15 or top 20. You'll just find the university which you are interested to apply to, offering the courses which you wanna apply, you wanna study to. After you get the university, now go to see the cities which are located those universities. It's very important, because you might spend your life over here, but you won't benefit from other benefits which other people are having. Yeah, because there are a lot of jobs from here working from remote, which means you work from home, just phone calls and other stuff, speaking English. If you have the option, maybe extra languages, way more advantageous when it comes to studying in Romania. For example, if you know French, Portuguese, German, Spanish, maybe other languages, is way more advantageous when you come to here in Turkey. But also, if you have the experience of some jobs like working in fabrics, working nylon related companies, working car production companies, that experience is very, very important, because sometimes in jobs also they require experience from 1 year or some months and other stuff. So call centers, sales, you should have those experience. So if you have all those experience too, it's way advantageous for you guys who are wishing to move to Romania, because the the work experience will value you like on the application. Alright, thank you too, bro Ahmed Noor. Best wishes in your application, and wish to see you here in Romania. Yeah, welcome so much. We are together, and we'll pray everything goes well and you get that chance to accomplish your dream. Yeah. So the benefits, I was still talking on the benefits for students to study over here. So you have great chance. Also, there's other things I wanted to add. People who are wishing to move to this abroad, like to countries, there's some skills which are very important when you have them with you. Like when you have the driving license, if you are able to get your driving license from your country, please get it before moving to abroad. If you are able to get the the skills for maybe, please get it for a low cost or free of charge from your country. Get it, master it, and move with it abroad. If you have the skills, maybe you have the ability maybe to learn a new language, learn it, practice it. If it's not English, let's say even English or French, Spanish, I don't know other languages, learn it, master it, and move with it abroad. You will never know when that language will be needed, because sometimes it just happens, you go somewhere and jobs are available for something which you would neglect it back then, but now they need a translator, and you are the one knowing the language, both languages, so it's easier to link between the two people, and there you got the job already. You come here, maybe you wanna rent a car, you have a driving license, it becomes way easier to rent a car and drive to somewhere free of charge, like in an easy and cheapest way. So it becomes like you own a car and you drive. So that's how life goes by, guys. That's how life goes by. Hope, guys, you are enjoying the conversation, and I think I was still finishing with those questions. So if there's no more questions, let me try to check if there's other question. If no more question, I'll be leaving because it's tonight, approaching sleeping time, and I need to upload over here. Yeah. I think that's all. Tomorrow we'll be having a live stream about Hamad bin sorry, guys. Tomorrow we'll be having a live stream about Hamad bin Khalifa University application. I've received a lot of questions, and I don't have enough time, guys, to reply you through your emails, or to reply you through your comments, or to reply you also through your text which you are sending me. So I think also tomorrow I'll need to do a live stream on talking about this step by step, how to apply Hamad bin Khalifa University scholarship. Yeah, we did a video, and we are glad now we got 1K viewers, 1,000 viewers within 2 weeks. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for supporting my channel. We're still growing. So if you're new here, please do a favor, subscribe to a little boy over here and like the video. Okay, my contacts, I think I posted it in one of the videos, but I can just tell you to write it now. Is plus, start with plus icon 255 plus icon 255 621 59 4014. If you start with plus 255, it will be easier for you to get me on WhatsApp. If you start with 0, you won't get me because it's different countries unless you are from Tanzania. Did you get it, bro? If you didn't get it, you can or I should just write it on the comment section. Let me try to write it. I don't have the option to write a comment. Let me try to use another link here to type my contact there. It will be. Did you get it, bro? I don't know if you got it or not. Let me try to type here using another. So it is plus. Okay, Osundare Babatunda, I'm coming there. Plus 2. I'm coming. Let me finish giving my number here. 59,414. Yeah, my number, I posted it already there. So plus 255 621 59 40 14. So that's my number. So you can contact me anytime on WhatsApp. But sometimes it becomes hard to reply to every person. So even when you contact on WhatsApp, sometimes I might get your question and I'll need to reply direct over here. So that becomes easier for other people also not to ask me the same question. Well, so coming to your question, Osundare Babatunde, I don't know if I mentioned your name correct. Any idea on how to write up a motivation letter for the scholarship? So for every scholarship, motivation letter is very important. So the key ideas to stick to, according to my own experience, you just need to stick fast on some things, because you wanna make them select you. You wanna make them select you by understanding your interest to study that country. So you need sorry guys. So you need to stick on number one thing, interest in the language of that country which you are going to study. Stick at that point. Number two, also on the language, but also you should be, no, it is not correct. You should remove 2 zeros. Just see, start with plus, then 255. Start plus 255. Then you go on with the other numbers. Other numbers are okay. Remove 2 zeros. 2 zeros, remove them. Start with plus 255. Then okay, you can check me on WhatsApp. So I was talking about, so stick on the language. Language is very important. Language. Why language? Because every country, when they are offering scholarship, they want to promote their language. So when you stick like, okay, I'm interested maybe in Romanian culture, and also I'm interested in learning the Romanian language, So when you're interested in the language, it attracted them, because their goal is to spread their language, like to get more people, to get ambassadors who can defend their country, like people, representatives, that's what I mean. So for example, when you study in Romania, when you go back, that means already when a Romanian person comes to your country, already you have a representative, you can talk to them. So stick on the language, stick also on the culture. You are interested in their culture, act as if you saw some histories and other stuffs. Keep it there. This point is very important. But the other thing, you also speak on yourself, how you want to give back to the community and why this department. Also give some stories, a little bit elaborated, not in details, why you interested in this department. Like if you are applying for microbiology, or applying for medicine, applying for engineering, why are you interested in engineering? Or you might say maybe because, okay, and when you are hitting this point, why are you interested into that department, try to connect if there's a relation to the country. Why do you think when you study it in that country will it be more beneficial? For example, when I study in China and the technology is high, so you are studying engineering, so that's why maybe you focus on because the technology is high, you wanna grab that technology. So for example, focus on Romania and you wanna study maybe engineering, you can say maybe the architectural design is way different and attractive, and I wanna have the chance to experience, to be there, learn and other stuff. So stick also on, relate on that point, like why you wanna start your course, and why that course will it be related to the country which you wanna study. Because if you wanna study engineering, why should you study in Romania and not other countries? So stick at that. But also the most important point, they wanna see your give back community. That's why most scholarship they write there like you declare after you graduate you will go back to your country. So this is very important also. On that part, you should, like, how is your course, will it be beneficial to the society? Let me tell you, like, most of the things we write here are just theoretical, and they don't need to be truly coming from your heart. You're just writing because maybe at that time is whereby you see yourself at that level, but probably after you get enrolled, you start pursuing the cause, you'll find another passion to do other things. So all those things which you are writing, don't say, oh, stuff, you're just making that paper or that article looks more attractive. That is your target, to make more attraction for them to select you. So stick at that. How will this cause or department studying pursuing, how will it be beneficial into your country, or how is it more important in your country, or how will you give back to the community in your country? Don't mistake, like in a motivational talk about the benefit of you staying here in this country which you are applying to, like here in Romania, why you know exactly they don't want you to stay here, and no any country which they will invite you to come to study, sponsor you to study, and later on leave you to live in their country, like making it a crowd as hard, making more people and decrease the job to the natives, the locals. They miss the job because you come over here, you can work even for low wages. So don't include those points, just focus on that. I don't know, did I make it clear? And other things are just your thought. You can just think of one way or another to make it attractive. But most of the scholarship I've seen, on the motivation they give you some points to rely on to. So focus on those points. When you are answering or writing the motivation, make it as if you are answering those questions, but in an article format, essay format. So when you write, it is very easy. Don't complicate it by sitting trying to think of a perfect sentence to write it. When you want to write a motivational, just know the points, like the question which they have asked you, like the points to rely on. Some scholarship they give you that, so check on those points. A, B, C, D, maybe 1, 2, 3 you should stick. Maybe why are you interested to study in this country? Is it beneficial? Why do you think will it be very beneficial into your country after you graduate back, and here you are proposed and other stuff. So all those which you need, make it as a rough sentence or rough answer, and start typing. If you are using a phone or you are using a laptop or somewhere, be typing, like replying to that in just a rough manner. Okay, because of this and this, type. When you finish until the end, then you can come back and start reading what you are writing. So when you read, you can understand, this sentence number 1 and sentence number 2, they seem to be nearly closer, like alike. Why shouldn't I combine this sentence number 1 and sentence number 2 to be one single sentence? So from that, it can give you to get more a clear outstanding motivational letter or personal letter or letter of intent and other stuff. So that's very tricky, because most of us, majority of people, like, it's very hard to write this, because they want to just think, stay down and chill, think so much about a perfect beginning, perfect intro. If I write this intro, damn, well, if I get that perfect sentence, when I see it, I just write it, or I'll start writing. You won't get it. You wait for it, or you want to write, or you think, if I get a strong first point, I'll start writing my motivation letter. Don't do that. What you need to do, just think. If they have given you the hints on question to be answering, so think about that, then check those hints, then be answering them in a rough way. But rough way as if you are speaking. It's just the same as when you write a script. So write it in a rough way, like just you are replying what comes into your mind about that thing. Okay, why are you interested to study in Romania? Why Romania? Or because Romania, maybe because Romania has a good culture and I'm interested in learning a new language, learning new language and culture, making new friends, and also be able to see the exposure and other stuffs. Then you come maybe and you keep a nukta. Then you come another question. Also, you you answer it like that. You answer, type down maybe how will you give back to the community. Maybe you're studying engineering and others. Maybe my plan is after I graduate, I'm thinking of maybe is opening something, maybe a project, opening maybe a company, opening maybe a fabrication, and other products and other stuff. And then that I'll think of employing, like giving back the community by employing other people and other stuff. So type rough ideas. Then after you finish, sit down, start going reading what you are writing. You start say, oh, this was the idea, but what if I modify this first sentence to be more outstanding? So it is very easy to modify than creating. That's why you see majority of people is more easy for someone to clarify something. Okay, you do this, like now maybe I talk here in the video, but someone is very easy to just come here, oh, don't sit like that, do this. But to do is hard. So even if maybe you do a video, you try your best, sometimes you do, maybe it's noise, someone is easy to see the mistake, but for them to do it is very hard. So that's the key idea which key ideas which I can give you. I don't know if I answered it correct, you can tell me, or if there's something still lagging also you can tell me. That's the most, and any question, if you have any question you can just ask, but I think that's the most mistake or most hard thing people will try to make. We are looking for perfection or perfectionism. We want to be at that level, which is very hard. You just need to be doing, keep doing. When even for most of the for a certain scholarship, after that scholarship is very easier for you to apply for other, because you'll know. But let me talk mostly for this online application, apart from this which you need to submit your copy through digital way, electronic, sending emails. I'm talking about online, which you just go there, you click question, you click that part, and option they pops down, then you click the option, you maybe gender, you choose gender. Nationality, you click, you choose nationality, you keep. You go somewhere, you keep. Unlike this which are fulfilling, like you keep your information. Nationality, you need to write there Tanzanian or Ethiopian, or you need to write Kenyan or Nigerian or Ghanaian or Ghanaian. I don't know the pronunciations like that. So for that way it is way harder, but when you apply for a certain scholarship, after you apply for the first, it's very easy also for most coming scholarship. You just be encountered the same questions. Okay, nationality, education background, and other stuff. So guys, I shouldn't be taking much of your time. Thank you so much. If there's no any other question, let's meet tomorrow on the live stream, and tomorrow we'll be dealing with Hamadi Khalifa. Is Hamadi Khalifa, guys, right? Let me try to check here before saying something wrong. Don't wanna. Tomorrow we will be dealing with is HKAB Hamad bin Khalifa University Scholarship. Question and answers, I'll be good to reply them tomorrow. So let's see you guys tomorrow from, let's say, from 7, which or 6, or even from the afternoon and other stuff. You can see anytime to reply. So keep in touch with our channel. Please subscribe, like, and share. We'll make our own this year. Most people, you'll have the chance to get the scholarship. Our wishes, and may Lord Allah guide us into that. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for my live stream. I'll see if it's from afternoon, I'll start live stream, or evening. So live stream replying to all the questions and other stuff, so that be easier for you guys to get rid of that and start the application. Bye guys, good night, happy new year.